Hey, what's up, y'all? Tune in, tell a friend. The Playboy Comedy, Mr. Trey Love is in. I have a very special guest today on the Listen to Louis podcast. Man, I'm super excited to have this young lady. Man, I'm talking about I've been watching her rock the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Hit the mic, she be tearing it up. And fellas, she got the nerve to be cute too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So look, we about to have some fun. We're about to get to know this young lady. It's about to be off the chain. Trust me. This is an episode you don't want to miss. Check out, y'all. We got our special guest in the building today, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, comedian, actress, and just bad MF all the way around. Katina, nope, up. See, I'm gonna have to edit that. Hold on. See, let me rewind. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform. One of the hottest comedians in the game right now today, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, Miss Katrina Harris, y'all. What up? What up? What up?
What up, though? As we say in Detroit, what's up?
Ah,
Trey
chilling,
Love.
chilling, chilling. I love the way you sound. Your acoustics is good. We ready to rock. So, how you doing, love?
I'm feeling great. It's sunny here today. You know, we done had a whole rainy season out here, and I'm feeling great because the sun is back. You hear me?
Well, I know you know, like I know, Katrina. When they say it never rains in Southern California, this week they've been a damn lie.
We needed canoes. It was so much rain in Southern California. I'm asking Google, I'm like, how do I build an ark? Because I think I might need one of those.
Hey, I saw somebody literally walking a fish. I ain't, but they was
No,
walking a
you,
fish, literally in the put, just walking a fish. I seen it. I was like, okay, this here, this
I
done got
would
real.
not put it past these people out here.
Walking
Okay,
a
they
fish.
put
This
clothes on all their pets and put them in baby strollers and everything else. I believe
look,
them.
these white folks out here put they pets, clothes in the laundry with the regular people stuff.
Just throwing money away,
Throwing
throwing money
money away. Wow. Oh my God. First of all, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to allow me to interview you and have you on the Listen to Louis podcast. This is a show that we do every week on Thursdays. So you will be definitely a featured artist on our second episode. I already got the first episode tapped out. Shout out to Mike Robinson. Great show with
away.
him. And shout out to you because we got to get to know you. You ready for the people to get to know you, Katrina?
Man, I'm ready. I'm listening to Lewis today. Is he
Oh,
listening to me?
y'all see she ain't playing. She came ready for me. She said, I'm listening to Lewis today. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and get this interview started with Ms. Katrina. It's Ms., right? Not Mrs. or Ms.
It is Ms. Katrina M. Harris. You hear
Katrina
me?
M. Harris. So before we even start, because I got a list of questions, but I know all the fellas want to know: Are you single? Are you single? What's the deal?
I am what they call super single.
Hey y'all, why I thought she was gonna hit me with some it's complicated. She did a when a black woman do her hands like this when she talking and get close to the camera. I am super. And y'all know super, that's like being able to have x-ray vision, you know, to leap tall buildings in a single bound. So that's
Let
that's
me
how
just tell the men this. Let me get this out the way. I am
handle it.
accepting applications for the number one spot only. If you already got one, two, three girls, I'm only accepting application for the number one spot. So that ain't the one that's gonna submit to date. These guys out here be doing the most.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna tell you just from observation, baby, you deserve it because you're a fly chick, you funny,
Oh,
you got a lot going for yourself. I mean, hey, like I ain't even trying to put my beard in or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, cause see, like I'm just saying, you know, you got. I'm gonna just say this, fellas, if you get to see her live, let me just say this: the young lady has all the assets. Ha! I said it.
and assets are becoming extinct with all the surgeries and everything. I
Right.
definitely have assets for
And you
sure.
and they are authentic. Authentic. I'm like, damn, you know, I'd be like, I be being
Right.
cool, y'all, but I'd be like, mama fine. Anyway, let's get down to
Back
the
to the
let's
jokes.
right. Let me get back to business. I just be having fun. Okay, first question for you, Ms. Harris, is what's something you wish you knew before you started comedy?
Ooh. Before I started comedy, I wish I knew. I, I wish I knew. Look, how much time we got for me to think about that, that
Hey,
answer?
hey, this your show,
It's
baby. This
so
your
much that
shine.
goes
This your
into it.
shine.
I wish I knew that being cute was gonna be a problem.
What? Girl, I had the same problem. You think
That's
I'm
a
joking?
problem.
Do you hear
That's a
me?
problem.
Okay, so
People don't
all
think that beautiful people are funny.
did y'all hear that? I'm so glad that someone else has had these experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like we too fine to tell jokes. We fine enough for everything else, but when it come to time to tell jokes, I'm gonna tell you who you be having looking at you. I ain't gonna say their names, but you know, you got them we gonna call them thick girls. You know, them chicks probably about 400-500 pounds. Who she think she is? Who she think she is? You know, I ain't even, and I love big women. So let me not, but I'm just saying, with me, I've had to deal with, hey man, hey, you be on stage, man, and like the girls be screaming. So yeah, that's a good point. So number one, y'all, she didn't know that being attractive was gonna be a problem doing comedy. Matter of fact, that's such a good answer and such a good question. We're gonna come back and do a whole nother show on just that subject alone. How about that?
Because people, well, they don't like to talk about it. They don't
You,
like
we
to talk about it.
No, and you know what? We're gonna invite some other comics on and talk about that too, because that's a really a funny topic that I know myself personally. I've had to deal with that too, and I've heard that same thing from attractive women such as yourself. You know, just the way the gatekeepers act, the stuff that you have to deal with. You know, when you're an attractive male or female, especially a female doing comedy. Great answer. Okay, so and again with the questions, take as much time as you need, because don't forget we recording, so I can always chop this and put it in the editing software, and we can whoop de bam.
Exactly.
All right, my next question for you is, it's a good one right here. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
Say that question one more time.
Absolutely. What
Come
was
on.
your biggest failure and what
Oh.
did you learn from it?
I am a fan of comedy, but I'm also a fan of learning and growing. I know people will be like, well, she just answered the question. The thing is,
Mm-mm.
there were
Take your
no
time.
failures. I'm one of those people that did not have any failures, all
Wow.
wins. Because you
Woo.
you you
Uh,
learn something.
Hey,
Everything in my life, however it looks to somebody else, no, that's all
wow.
stuff that's working to cut, shape, and mold me into this person that y'all see today.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I could tell that this girl is from Detroit because she got a little pimp in her. You understand? See, a pimp be like, "Ain't no mistakes. I don't know what you talking about, baby. It was all part of the game. That's what that it was all part of the game." So great
Come
A.
on, Trey. The thing is, you going around out here. The what you need to do is accept that you are not perfect in life,
Woo!
and then you go around like that's what I meant to do because I
Come on,
already know
somebody.
I'm not perfect.
Come on, somebody. You see you. See you. Oh, you got to come back already. See. Let me pull my chair down a little bit. Oh,
Trey,
I
I'm
got a
just
good one today.
let's keep it 100. Look, this is my thing. The truth is,
Right.
the truth is, I have had some things that did not work out, and
Mm.
they weren't supposed to work out. I'm a mother. I have two children, two teenagers,
What
one
are the
boy, one
ages?
girl.
What are the ages? I
My
saw the
son
picture
is
of your son.
17.
Okay.
My son is 17. My daughter's 16. They getting
Oh,
ready to go to college.
beautiful. Oh, so
Yeah.
you almost an empty nester, huh?
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no, no. Truth
She
is,
said no, 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 no. Okay.
the truth is, I am an empty nester. My children live with their father.
Di-
Yeah.
Bomb.com. I was gonna do the player move and be like, yeah, when they move out, then I hit you up and you like, they ain't hit me here. So see, now y'all, she done took away okay, then cool. Next question. We gonna go on and go to the next question. That's what we gonna do. Okay.
Come on. We
All
can
right.
I'm telling you, but they're gonna have questions on that question right there because that's uncommon for women to say that men are capable.
Thank
I did not fight for custody. That just don't make no sense, ladies. That
We
don't make no
need
sense.
more Katrinas in our life. Do y'all hear that? She's an advocate for fathers. Oh we. Oh we. You know you like
My
just turning
kid,
yourself. Go ahead. Mm.
Excuse me. Wait, let me get some water.
Take your time. We like I said, we can
It
edit
got
this,
it
but
got hot in here so fast.
yeah, but you know, I'm gonna tell you, you're low key becoming my new best friend. That's all I'm gonna tell you while you're drinking water.
I mess with it. Good energy recognize good energy.
Sure does. My new best friend. All right. So the next question
Yeah.
is,
Come on.
what advice would you give to an up and coming comic? Somebody like one of them amateurs that come up and like, "Ooh, Katrina Harris, what can you tell me? Help me out." What advice would you give to an up and coming comic?
All right. Get a real job first. Get a job.
Did y'all hear that?
That's my
Be
first piece of advice. You
is
may
be
not like
gainfully
it,
employed. Okay.
but you're working that job to
Wow.
fund your career, your passion, and your purpose. That's
Wow.
what you need to know. And that's
Girl,
gonna help your mental stability.
you was raised right. I could tell somebody raised you right. That you
Listen, listen. The
good
truth
Christian home.
is,
Mhm.
the truth is, and then I would ask said comedian, aspiring comedian,
Mhm.
do you believe you have a gift? Some
Ooh.
people don't even believe in themselves. They doing it because it look easy. It's like, do you believe you have a gift? First of all. Now, and
Woo.
also,
Go ahead.
why should we listen to you? Those are the questions and the answers. Because that's all the audience. Why should we listen to you? You know how many people want to
Wow.
get on this stage and talk? Why should we listen to you?
Why should we listen to you?
Once you
So
get them
have
three in perspective,
uh-huh. Run them again. Run all
once you
three
get those
again.
three in perspective, you can pursue comedy.
Okay, so let's start over. What's number 1?
Number one is go get a job.
Go get a
That's gonna
job. That
help fund your career in comedy.
so to all them that end up homeless like I did, y'all heard Katrina. Go get your ass. See, if I had it to do over again, I would have had some employment, but I thought I was something else. I thought I just was something else. And I was like, I'm gonna go for it.
But
And
the
ended up,
truth is, Lewis, you are something else. You stand out. But you
thank
just
you.
have to understand the way the world works. An artist cannot create if they worried about finances. It's so hard to
Wow.
be creative in that space. You don't need any distractions or any other pressure other than I need to be funny tonight. I need to write my stuff, rewrite, and I need a clear creative space.
Not you don't need to be worrying about am I gonna be able to eat tonight? You know, my rent's due in the morning. You don't need to have to worry about all that stuff. You need to be able to just go and flow. And you know, it's funny you say that because I've noticed, and I want to shout out one of my homeboys, Malik S.
All
I
right.
learned from him. Um, Back in the day, we was doing comedy in Miami, and Malik was, you know, Malik got his degree. He worked as a substitute teacher, and I ain't never seen Malik off because he always had his money right. And that's so
Mm-hmm.
important. And that's such great, solid advice that a lot of us would not would some of us have not adhered to. But to the youth coming up, to the young comics, especially my young black comics, please listen to what this sister said. Please listen to what this sister said because that makes so much sense. You gotta have the money to be able to fund yourself. You can't get on stage hungry. You understand? You got to make sure you got you some food. The bills got to be paid. And Lord,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna talk
The
about being a
truth
parent.
is you want somebody to invest in you and you haven't even invested in yourself. Not $1. Not one, but you want somebody to come in here and pay you to tell these jokes. You want to hire a manager, you want to hire an agent, but you haven't invested in yourself and put your money on the line. Like, cut it out.
Boy, girl,
Cut it out.
you need to give classes. Bump this interview. We gonna have tea time with Trina every week because
Listen, that's
y'all
all I
need
know how
this.
to do is tell the truth.
Y'all
Get it
need this.
together. Do not
Oh
lie
my
to
God.
yourself.
Woof. All right. Well, since you this next question is gonna really follow up with that last question. The
Come
next
on.
question is, what are some great resources that have helped you along the way in your career?
The best resource is when I understood the one thing that no one else has that I have is the way I think and the way that I feel. And if I could stay true to that, then I will attract a nice support group of friends
Wow.
that will even pick me up when I'm down.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Your network, your support system. Damn. Woo, this is good
My
shit.
friends in comedy, oh,
Yes.
they where you up next, sis? What you doing? Okay, well, let's come on over here. You know we gotta
Wow.
rub elbows. Okay, well, did you hear about this audition? Did you hear about
Wow.
you have to be an authentic energy out here. People
Mm.
think this the land of fake, which it is. But the
Right.
real recognize the real, and the
The
real
real
score to the top.
recognize the real. God
Yeah.
damn it. Boy, this god damn it. This ooh.
Louis, you are so
Yeah,
mad.
no, I love interviews like this when you get the juice when
It's
somebody
hot.
talking, yeah, when somebody like giving it to you real and this is stuff like I said, I created podcasts like this to help
Yeah.
comedians. And I do another one that I'm going to start doing on Fridays to help fathers because it's a lot going on and there are not resources for people. People don't really, we live in a new age world. You know what I mean? I don't know how
Oh
old you
yeah.
are now. You're a woman. I won't ask your age, but I'm up in the age where this internet and all this way of doing things is new. I come from the ground where we had to,
Right.
man, I remember I used to have to send my demo tape out on VHS.
Wow.
Now
It
I'm really
wasn't no
telling my age.
transfer of files. You had to send the actual.
Look, I
Oh,
should have took pictures back in the day when I got like 30 videotapes, resumes, headshots packaged up, and I'm literally at the post office sending these packages out to get work. And now we live
yeah,
in a totally different world. So I'm here
totally.
at this point because it is comics such as myself that are older, jazzy, still got the groove, but haven't really got into this new age techie. So hear what she said, y'all. That make a lot of sense, man. We gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? We can't stay where we
Yeah,
were.
you're
We have
gonna
to
attract
evolve.
what you are. You are going to
Yeah.
attract what you are.
All right. Next question.
Hmm.
What recently have you read or listened to podcasts that inspired you?
Well, let me explain this. The truth is, I do not like reading at all.
Yo,
And as
I'm
much and
so
being on
glad
here
that you
is my
admitted that. Thank you for admitting that. Cause I don't, it's oh my, you know what? Y'all, she got to come back. Okay. We got her today, but she got to come back because she dropping jewels. See, we
all
so
the
pushed to
aspiring
read, but
comics
some
and
some
actors
of
and
us don't like
actresses, you're
reading.
gonna have
Oh
to do
my
a lot of
God.
reading. And
Yes.
that's the least favorite part. You know how many
Wow.
scripts and who? But let me think. The last
Damn.
thing I've read that inspired me,
Or
shucks, it
listen
probably
to,
was a
or
meme.
listen to, or listen to. Read, listen to podcast,
Right.
whatever. It don't have to be something you read necessarily, but something you listen to. It could even have been a podcast or a meme or a YouTube video. What lately recently have you watched, listened to, read, or whatever that kind of inspired you and made you go,
Keyword.
huh?
What have you watched? I'm always watching.
There you go.
Okay.
All
I
right.
recently, I'm a fan of documentaries. All
Okay.
right. I'm a film
Yes.
school graduate, and my favorite part of film school, my
Whoa.
emphasis is acting. Yeah, my emphasis is acting. But I took a liking to documentaries, and my senior project was a documentary.
Wow.
But I watch the documentaries all the time because I'm a storyteller. And these are
Right.
just people that are telling stories and just want to be heard. And the way it's put together can be genius. I saw a documentary, it was called Flea.
Mm.
Flea was about a young man from Afghanistan. And he came over to the US during that war in Afghanistan. And he had to be smuggled out. Like they had to flee Afghanistan first, him and his family. He was a kid.
Mm.
And I'm not going, this ain't no spoiler, but let me tell you why this sat with me. Then once they fled Afghanistan to Russia, they had to be smuggled out of Russia by traffickers. Okay.
Mm.
And
Man.
I mean traffickers that traffic bodies. Okay.
Really?
So
Oh wow.
he made it to the US. He ended up being a Princeton graduate. And this is the first time during this documentary that he told the truth about his story. Ever since the traffickers got a hold to him, he had to lie. They said, if anybody asks you, this is what you say. You have to stick with the lie. So this whole time, whoever he dated, whatever he did getting in school, they would ask about his family. He like, my family dead. It's only me. I'm the only refugee. But he knew his family was alive. He knew his story. He knew where he came from. He knew that he was homosexual. And this whole and what they did in this documentary was they made it an animation so to protect his real identity. So
Mm.
they telling this story and painting a picture literally so that we can understand what it's like to have to flee your country. Now I grew
God
up on the
damn.
streets of Detroit
Right.
and I thought my life was easy. Oh no,
Uh-huh.
baby. The stuff in
Wow.
this documentary, you understand the mental trauma that someone that had to flee their country suffers. Just when
Wow.
you thought you knew about slavery, then you saw a slavery movie and you like, I knew this stuff happened, but for somebody to act it out and really paint the picture, or then we heard about the Holocaust, but then we saw movies like The Pianist, and then we like with
Right.
Adrian Brody, and we're like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, this is insane.
Wow.
That's
Woo.
how that movie got me. And
Wow.
so this saying all that to say, what I got from this movie is share your story. It's
Mm.
gonna help somebody. Share your story. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna just say this. We got a few more questions, but anytime you want to come on, anytime I'm doing a show, you are carte blanche. You are welcome.
Hey,
Because
I
we need this.
appreciate it. I'm
We
having a
need
good
this.
time.
Good, good. We need this solid advice, and I love shows like this, man. When I have a
Yeah,
rich guest, a guest that's wealthy in knowledge and wealthy in wisdom, and is willing to share that on a platform such as this,
appreciate
freaking amazing.
it. Yeah,
All
I
right,
look like a baby, but I'm not a baby.
you do look like a baby. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Uh
like, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this because I'm seasoned. Is that another way of calling yourself old?
huh.
Look, just because I got little Larrys on me, you know what I'm saying? Little Larrys,
Little
little
Lowry,
Larrys. Look, just because I got little
little
Larrys
lemon
on
pepper
me,
and Lowry's.
there you go. Girl, don't play. Don't play. I'm finna go throw some shit in the air fryer right now. But
Oh
just
my
because I got
god.
little, I know, right? But because I got little Larrys on me, I kind of,
Hmm.
I kind of figure. I say, okay, this is a woman, but you
Oh yeah.
very much carry. I'm gonna just say this: you're petite and attractive, and I could see you playing any role. I'm talking about you could still play a high school role.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
appreciate that.
no, you
I
could, you
appreciate
could,
that.
you could. If I was casting like
I,
high school, I'd cast you because you got that whole thing. You know.
I could play a high schooler. Did y'all hear it on the Listen to Louis show? She could play
That's
a
right.
high schooler. Somebody
Right.
throw me in something.
There it is. Only one condition. I got to be the teacher. I'm just serious. I'm anyway, let me get back to what
That
I'm talking
sound like a drama all day.
about.
All
Okay.
day. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Be like, we'll
Louis,
just use our real
we'd
names.
get Oscars. We would get Oscars for that role.
Winning, because I can see myself now. Like I have like my book and stuff coming to class and stuff. I'd be like, now, Katrina, uh, I talked to the track coach today, and
Oh my God.
he said that you've been having some issues, and you got to know, as your professor, I'm always
Mhm.
here for you. Okay, you can just if you
Yes,
need
Mr.
anything,
Love.
just
Yes.
let me out. See. While you bullshitting, we need to start shooting some sketches because I think this Trina Trey thing. What y'all think?
Come on.
The Trina
Come
Trey
on.
thing is
He's
popping
squared.
over here.
He's squared in
Okay,
this
the
thing.
Trina Trey thing. All right, let's go to this next question. The next question is, um, name three people have been that have been influential to you. Three people. Give me three people.
I know the first two right off the rip.
Run them.
That's my son and my daughter.
Oh,
Biggest influence. I'm not gonna be long-winded. I'm not gonna
uh-uh,
be
take hey,
long-winded.
take your time.
Listen, the
Mm-hmm.
truth is, I
Mm-hmm.
did not even think I was pretty until I saw my daughter, who looks just like me. And I said, she is so beautiful. And it wasn't until I seen like side by side pictures until she had to be like 10, 11, 12. And I said, oh my goodness, this is how I've been living. I have five brothers. They teased me my whole life. I was a tomboy.
You
I
had
still
brothers,
am somewhat of a
but
tomboy.
you had
But
brothers
you
because
get picked on once, you
I
carry
had to
that.
take my glasses off. Your fine ass over here talking about you ain't
This
think
is
you was
new.
pretty.
This is
Somebody
new.
lied to you, boo boo,
This
and
is
it was your
brand new.
brothers. Oh
And
we,
it's and
oh,
then so them teasing me turned into
mm-hmm.
me not thinking I was pretty. But
Uh huh.
then I started dating guys and I started seeing that they saw interest in me, but I thought they were only interested because teenage boys only want one thing. So
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
my brothers be womanizers and I'm like, they'll say that to any girl.
Right,
I ain't
right.
special. I had the whole I ain't special.
Wow. How many
Oh,
brothers
oh
you
my
got? How
goodness.
many brothers do you got?
Five.
Do you sing? You know what made me ask you that? You have a very rich
Raspy.
voice. Not
Mhm.
I don't want to use the word raspy because it's overused, but it's a rich your tone. I'm like, does she sing? It just made do you?
You know how people get a question that they get all the time? I get that question all the time.
Wow.
And let me say this, I love to sing.
Mm.
Am I good at it? Absolutely not. Now I can. My kid's father. We were married 18 years, and he's an audio engineer. And
Nice.
so I met him, and I was singing in a choir. I do like to sing, but it's not my passion. But I can hold a
Uh,
tune. I can.
I see. Now this for another show, but I'm so hurt that you divorced because a woman like you like my grandma. You supposed to be 80 years old still with the same nigga. Yeah, I've been with this motherfucker 30 years. You a bad girl, man. I'm telling you. I see the way and see I look at people in general and I see the way you carry yourself. And I'm like,
Mhm.
that's a that's a lady right there. Can I be honest with you?
I
The only reason
appreciate it.
the only reason I ain't really tried to mac you is because I ain't, I like
Ow, ow,
I
ow,
because I'm
ow.
like some girls you be like, yeah, I'm gonna knock her down. I'm gonna knock her down. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do
You
that.
see?
But with you, it's like, I put it like this here, and I'm just talking like, you know what I'm saying? I know men probably do feel like this. You just don't come off as that type of woman. You are a very you're mature, you're well spoken, you're beautiful.
Thank you, Trey.
It's like a man. I'm just saying, and like you was married 18 years. You ain't just no, as they call, like my grandma used to say, you ain't just a lady of the night, or what the
No, no,
old school
no.
say, a trollop. That ain't you. So I'm like,
A
nah, that
trollop.
girl there, yeah, that would, that's old school right there. That's that Mississippi. What that trollop anyway? But yeah,
Oh my
okay,
God. A trollop.
a
Well,
trollop. That's that old school.
you are warm in my heart. I try to dress how I want to be received, and I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. So I mean, glad to
Well,
see
that's
that
why
you see
you're
me.
having success in the game. I'm just from observation. I've been out here 25 years, and I know a
Okay.
lot of comics. I've been watching. I mean, I did Comic View back in '02, so yeah. That's
Wow.
20 years.
I miss Comic View.
Yeah, my Comic View anniversary is gonna be coming up in October. That'll be 20 years since I did BET. So again, when I say
Wow.
that, I've watched comedians, I've seen people, I've seen like and I ain't taking nothing. So anybody that watches this, I don't need y'all coming to me. Nigga, you was talking about me. No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking in general. I've met girls that come up and they're loud. I've met girls that come up and they're obnoxious. They're saying too much. They're trying too hard to be seen. And you kind of, I just sit back and I don't, because I'm a grown man and I got daughters to advise and teach. If your mama didn't teach you, that ain't my responsibility. But I do observe. I'd be like, wow, she kind of need to sit down a little bit. But with you, I see that you have enough, like you got that texture. It's something that me and my ex-wife talked about years ago. She was telling me because I would, I had to grow. Like you say, all this
Oh
is
yeah.
new. I had to grow into becoming the man I am. And she told me something. My ex-wife she said, baby, you need to have what's called texture. You need to know
Mm.
how to push. You need to know how to pull. You don't have to go into a room and say a word. When you walk
Oh
into a
no.
room, everybody already knows you're there. Trust me, they know you're there. All you have to do is sit back, relax. And I took that. And that's something I see with you. You have what I like to call texture. You know how to
Texture.
boom. You know how to push, pull. And then we kind of talked and stuff. I even know seeing you get frustrated, but I like the way you handled your frustration with the bullshit. You just was like, you know what? Mm, I'm not doing that no more. I was like, okay, damn. I was like, see,
Oh,
yeah, you a wise sister, and I'm telling you, I'm glad to be doing this interview. But I really want to work with you on more stuff because I see so much in you, and I mean, it's just
I
really fun.
appreciate it.
It's fun to be
I
a
would
part of.
love to work with you. It's just hard to find good people out here, genuine people. And I feel you know it when you meet it. So absolutely.
No offense to my LA family. Because I feel, you know what I feel like for saying this statement. Because when I make certain statements, even about white people, I'll be like, look, I got white friends. I love white people. However, so I feel like this. No offense to LA comics at all. No offense to anybody from LA. But for you from Detroit, I'm from Chicago. When we come out here,
You from Chicago?
I was born in the Chi, baby, Cook County Hospital. That's right. I know how to step.
What? I
I know how
didn't
to
know
step.
that.
I know how to step. See, you ain't ready for me.
You don't know how to
Hey,
step. You know we like play cousins, first cousins.
that's what we call each other, Detroit, Chicago. You
I
know
did
T
not.
Ward, right?
This is explaining a lot right here. Okay. Okay.
You know T Ward, right?
T Ward.
Thomas Ward. He's from
Yeah.
Detroit. Me and him, we call each other first cousins. St. Louis, Detroit, Chicago, we all
And the
first
Bay.
cousins.
Don't forget the Bay.
Oh,
That
can't forget the
Oakland.
Bay. Can't
They
forget
are
the Bay.
cousins, even though
Yeah,
they not Midwest.
they still
Every time
first
I meet
cousins.
somebody from the Bay, I'm like, "You from Detroit?" They like, "No, I'm from the Bay."
Because that as they call it, that flavor.
Yeah.
O- Okay, we only got three more questions left, and this is where it gets good.
Okay. Come
Okay,
on. Oh
the next
gosh.
question is this one gonna get good. This one gonna get good.
Come on with it.
If you ruled the world of comedy, how would you handle it?
If I grew it,
If you ruled it, if you like, if I ruled the world, if you ruled the world, if comedy was your, if you were the gatekeeper to comedy, to clubs, to TV shows, to everything in comedy, if you ruled the comedy world, RULED, how would you rule it?
ooh, that's a
Mhm.
good. Now this is thick. Now this is getting ready to get heavy.
I'm already knowing.
This is getting ready to get heavy. I ooh,
Mm,
I'm gonna be honest.
mhm.
What's happening in comedy? There are so many ways you can do comedy. Just because one is good at stand up doesn't mean they're going to be good at sketches, doesn't mean they're going to be good in a sitcom, doesn't mean they're going to be good in a film.
Wow.
So I like the way comedy is because you just need to find your lane. I
Wow.
think people want to be good at everything instead of mastering one and then spilling over to the next. It's okay to pick one because once you master it, then go master the next one. But once you get the hang of that one, yeah.
You know what? I don't think y'all ready for this heat we bringing today on L2L. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Les Brown is one of my favorite motivational speakers. Sometimes I just
Oh,
pop
I
some
know
nuggets,
Les
right?
Brown.
So let's say it in
Yeah.
one of his speeches, right? And this stuck with me. And you making that statement, it just drives home the point he made. He said it was a
Hmm.
pitcher that came to practice, and the coach said, "Hey, what's your best ball?" The pitcher say, "The best ball I throw is my curve ball." And the pitcher said, and the coach said, "Okay, when you come to practice, I only want you to throw your curveball." And the pitcher was like, just like you said, "But wait a minute, you got to see my my screwball, and you got to see my overhand ball, and you got to see, my other." He was like, "Look, you said your curveball was the best ball. When you come to practice, now when the games start, you can feel your way through it. But when you
Right.
come to practice, I only want you shooting I only want you throwing your curveball." And as another point to drive that home. When Steph Curry practices, do you think he runs drills with everybody else? But what do you think Steph is doing majority of practice? What calls do you think during practice Steve Kerr is saying? He had the 3-point
At the
line like this
3-point
the
line
whole game.
the
And
whole time. Catch
even
and
like
shoot.
I love the thing when they had him and KD just taking threes. These dudes shot for 10 minutes and didn't miss. I'm sitting here like, work on your curveball, work on your three-pointer. And that's advice even I have to take myself, but it's advice also that I've given to other people. Not being funny or nothing. You a comedian like I'm a comedian. Have been to shows, and I would not dare insult anyone. But sometimes watching comedians perform, some comedians, is like watching paint dry.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
that is the hardest thing to have to do. However, I've seen that same comedian put a show together and it's a sellout show. And I would tell said comedian, I say, now listen. And
You know they don't want to hear it. You know they don't want to hear it. Egos,
but then they would
egos.
but then Katrina, they would ask me for my advice. They asked me for my advice. So you know what I won't say no names, but let's just say said comedian would
Yeah.
say, "Trey, man, coming up to me after the show, man, what you think of my set?" I'd be like, "Man, hey, and yeah, uh, what it is, no,
What it is,
no, like, no, like I know, like I see you. That and I like when I just be like, no, I see you because I can't lie to him, but then at the same time, I got a big heart, so I ain't finna insult nobody either or try to kill nobody's dream. Because I have seen a brother, I won't say his name either, but one of my homeboys, when I first saw him, I was like, oh. Now this dude is like he's a monster. Me and
he's
him
a
did comedy.
monster. Good
He's
for
a monster.
him.
Okay.
You can
However,
wear your feelings on your sleeve.
but these other ones, right? I'd be like, and I mean, it'll be like 6 months to a year, and for some reason, I don't know why they be wanting to impress me. Trey, you got to see my set. Watch me tonight. I'll be like, okay.
You
And then
know
when I'm
why they
what?
want to impress you.
Why?
They
Tell me.
want validation from
They want
someone that's good.
validation. They want
From
validation
someone that's good,
from someone
not
that's
from
good.
somebody that they don't think is good. They're only asking people that are good, that they respect.
And I appreciate that, but it really kind of irks me because it irks me a little bit because I don't like to lie, but then at the same time, where my heart is, I don't have a heart to be like nigga, like come on. I don't have a heart. I don't have a heart. I
You
don't know.
don't
Some
need
people
the heart.
do.
You don't need
Some
heart to
people do,
tell
but
people the
I
truth.
just I don't. But I have told them this. I say,
Come
man,
on.
why don't you just promote, bro? I say, man, you a dope promoter, bro. That's your thing. If I was to say, hey, what should you do? To me, their curveball is being a promoter. But like you said, you kicked the nut, you kicked it in the balls when you said they ego because they don't be wanting to hit it. They be like, yeah, the next time. But they love that stage. There's something alluring about that stage. It's something
Yeah,
alluring about that mic. I get it. But at the same time, if they were to be promoters and promote their own show, hell, throw yourself up for 5 minutes. It's your show.
it's
And
your
again,
show.
you ain't gonna do what you do with somebody that's promoting the show, and they not gonna book you because you're not gonna stank they stuff up for 5 minutes. But go ahead and stank your own show.
Your own show.
That's messed up. I can't believe I said that.
I
Go ahead.
believe you said it. See, this truth energy is rubbing
That's
off
true.
on you.
That's true.
When people
Stink
ask
up
me how
your
they
own
set
show.
went,
Yeah.
Trey, you can do it. You can do it. When people bomb or don't have a good night or stink
Yeah.
up the room and they come
Uh-huh.
ask me, what do you think? You know what the first thing I do is, and I give them the
What's that?
poker face. And
What's
I
that?
say, well, how you feel about it? Tell me how you feel about it. That way I know my next move. Either because they know.
Woo!
They know.
So how you feel about it? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. How you feeling
hey,
about it? How do you think it went?
you learn something new every day, y'all. I hope y'all see me over here getting school, cause hey, so comics. If y'all see this podcast and you bring your ass up to me after the show, talking about Trey, I'ma say, man, what you? How do you feel about it?
And
It don't matter how I feel. How
and
you
then
feel?
sometimes I let them finish my sentence. I say, because sometimes they hit you with it. You answering my question with a question. It's like, but you asked me, and I need to know what you think. I say, okay, I think there's room. I think there's
Simple.
room. And I let them finish because they're gonna say, room for what? Room for they're gonna answer room and they're gonna fill in the blank. I'm gonna say, is
Yeah.
that what you think? I'm gonna keep throwing it back to them.
Right. You keep ooh. See that hey y'all, I hope y'all paying attention to that Detroit pimp this girl got in her. I'm telling you,
I just tell the truth. I ain't no pimp. Never have been.
you
I ain't
got
no
pimp, you
pimp.
got hey, let me tell you something. You got pimp vernacular in your blood, player. Because I'm gonna tell you, be like, come on, hey, tell me they don't pimp thing when a girl be like, baby, am I pretty? Well, baby, how you think you look?
I do know how to
Look,
talk. I ain't
look
no
at
pimp, but
yourself.
I'm definitely good. I
Let
get
me tell
my
you
words
something.
out like a knife. I be
Let me tell you something. First cousin out of Detroit, Chicago. It's something in the water out there. Detroit,
out there.
Chicago. Yeah, it's something in the water out there. Cause I'm gonna tell you, this how
Right.
we come. This how we come. All right, we got two more questions, and then I'm gonna let you go. But I hate to. But we
Come on,
definitely.
two more.
But I gotta have you back though. I mean, we gotta
I
do this.
can't wait.
I
This
gotta
is
have you
fun.
back at least quarterly because we
Come
gotta stay
on.
updated on you, your career, and then hopefully, which I'm looking forward to, I would be honored to do some sketches with you because I think if we put
Ooh.
these two crazy minds together, man, this Chicago Detroit connect, man, I swear, I promise you, we'll have the world buzzing.
We got some stuff.
Yeah.
We got to get in the lab together for
Let's
real.
do that. Let's do that.
Let's
And we
do
can
it.
do it right here. That's what this platform is for me to, be able to network with people and stuff. All
All
right.
right.
So my next question for you is, well, I have two more questions. This is my second to last question, and then the last question is very simple. All right. Is there a question that you think I missed, or something that you feel like you should share with the listeners that is valuable? Damn, he should ask me this. Go ahead. It's your time to tell him what you think I missed.
Well, I'm not gonna say you missed anything. It's people have layers to them.
Mm,
I have layers. I definitely have
wow.
layers.
Wow.
You asked me about my greatest failure. You didn't ask me about my greatest accomplishment.
Ah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Let's talk about your greatest accomplishment. There you go. Let's talk about that.
I have been blessed every year to keep outdoing myself.
Wow. Ooh, damn. Whoa, shit. I, Whoo, girl, you don't know. I got chill bumps. I
You can't
literally
put
got.
look. You can't put God in a box.
I got chill bumps when you gave that answer.
And I mean it. When I
Wow.
tell you I mean it, I just got my socks knocked off by something amazing 3 days ago.
Look at God. You
And
can't put boundaries on God. Y'all pay attention to that. Wow.
the fact that I'm pursuing comedy
Yes.
in its entirety, the fact that I
Yes.
graduated film school and I see myself on both sides of the camera, that I
Ooh.
see myself writing, that I
Ooh.
see myself on stage, that I see
Yes.
myself editing, that I see myself
Yes.
operating a camera, that I
Yes.
see myself coordinating a production. And I don't
Yes.
mean in theory, these are things that I have done.
That you on your resume. On your
Yeah, on
what
my
I like to call,
resume.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to call it my damn it's a word for it. Keep talking, but it's something I
Yeah,
want to, yeah, keep talking while I think of what the word I'm looking for.
yeah. And there are four artists. If you are fellow artists understand this,
Right.
you can have a medium that is your favorite. If you're a painter,
Yes.
and then you find your favorite paints and you paint with that. We talked about staying in your lane.
Mm.
But then all of a sudden, you maybe been doing that for 10 years. And
Yes.
somebody introduces you to painting on concrete. And so now you understand that your art is bigger than just that one medium.
Wow.
And you discover all these different paintbrushes and canvases you never saw before.
Wow.
So, all that to say, I changed careers
Mm.
at age 37.
Really?
And I was only painting one way. And as a matter of fact, it wasn't even paint for
Ooh.
me. I probably was drawing with pencils, if I'm using the
Mm.
right metaphor. And then
Okay.
somebody brought along color pencils. Then somebody showed me some paint. Then somebody showed me animation. Now we're doing AI. Like I just keep understanding that I'm a creative.
It's called skill set.
And it
That's the word
keep
I was looking for. Something to
yeah.
add to your adding things to your skill set. Wow.
To be
Wow.
a wife, to be a mom are
Yes.
honors. A lot of people go through life, they don't get to do it. And I took both of those jobs, they are jobs, roles, very seriously. And I love doing them.
How long have you been in LA?
6 years.
Okay. Okay. So your kids were born in Detroit.
Yes. Yes.
And just how long have you been divorced now?
3 years.
Okay, this ain't even on the question list. I'm just being nosy now. We just having
This
a
is
little fun.
fine. This is
Right.
fine. This
We
is
just,
fine.
just being nosy. I'm just keeping it real because I do got one last question. But now that we're tearing a few layers off, I'm kind of like, dang. So 3 years. Let me ask you, did you get divorced before you left Detroit?
No.
Wow. So,
Myself, my husband, and our two kids all moved out here together.
oh, what happened?
Now
I'm I'm
we
sad as
getting
hell.
to the real meat of it,
No,
huh?
I'm sad because you know how, like, I'm gonna be honest, Trina. I'm so anti-relationship till I'm a certain type of animal. But certain people, you be like, what happened? Because
What
I'm
happened?
like, now see, it's funny. And fellas know, y'all see how cute she is, well spoken, sweet. Her baby daddy probably like, fuck that mother. I'm just joking.
Hey, my
What?
kid's father, he don't fuck
Uh-huh.
with me at all. Oh, I'm
I,
the
I don't fuck with my
worst
baby mama.
person.
I don't fuck with my
Huh?
baby mama. I'm the same way with my baby mama. We don't even ain't
I
no
can't.
speaking,
That nigga
ain't
don't
no
even want to play with
talking.
me in the sandbox. You hear me? Like he.
You see, you know what I know now. See, this one thing I do know, Detroit. One thing I do know, Detroit. Yeah. Oh, I know you got what we call in Miami. We call it a click mode. I know you got 1 inch. Like what? Because like I say, when I saw you get frustrated, but see, you got a business ethic about yourself. But I saw you get frustrated. You was like, oh, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not
Listen,
even. I was
listen.
like,
It
what's
was
up? You was like, I ain't even. You was like, I ain't even. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
we not.
She said, my baby daddy won't even play in the sandbox with me. What did you
And I
do
can't
to that
believe it.
man?
I
What did
can't
you do to
believe it.
that man? What did you
I
do to
took
that
care of
man?
him and my
I
kids.
know y'all had a great relationship. I already know. So are you gonna tell us what happened? We're gonna say that for another show because we coming back in 3 months because I gotta
I
have you
mean,
at least quarterly. So
yeah, we
so
don't even have time for all that. But I will say, I'm gonna leave you with
okay,
this. There
okay,
is
okay.
never one thing that causes a divorce. There is a straw that breaks the camel's back, but it's
Wow.
probably already unraveling for a number of reasons.
Ooh. Uh,
I can tell
oh
you
my God,
that.
I can't wait to have you back. Oh my God. Okay, so look, this is the last question, but not the least question. This is actually my favorite question because I know all the watchers and the listeners are gonna want to know this. How can they find you? We need all your stuff.
Oh,
We need your Insta, your book face, your YouTube. We need everything. And matter of fact,
my book face.
when right my book, you know I'm a joke. But when I do the show and I actually do the layout, I'm gonna have everything printed so they can go to your links. So tell everybody
Oh,
where they can
good.
find you.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Trina with the Truth. And or you can find me on Facebook at Katrina M. Harris as well. And you can find me in the credits of most shows on the Kev on Stage streaming service. We produce
Wow.
content
Okay.
for Kev on Stage Studios. And
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
yes, I am in the credits, in the production, in
So dope.
many ways on shows on that streaming service. Yes,
So dope. Oh my God. This has been a great podcast, great show.
I had a
I want to
ball.
thank you. I'm glad you did. And I want to thank you for taking the time to allow me to interview you today. Like I said, quarterly. So already gonna hit you with your next date in the morning. Be like, boom, we having Trina back. Let me see. This is
Right.
January. You gonna be
Let's
back in
talk
March.
about it.
Just so you know, FYI. We'll be following up with you again, man. Everybody, this has been like such an enlightening show. This is why I do shows like this. This is why I will continue to do shows like this because this is knowledge that not only I need. See, y'all don't understand. One thing I learned from David Arnold. David Arnold did um rest his soul. David Arnold
Yes,
taught comedy, and teaching comedy made him the magnificent genius that he was. God rest his beautiful soul. And
that's right.
doing these podcasts, I'm opening up myself. I'm opening up comedians. And it's funny. No matter who you interview, you're gonna learn and you're gonna pick something out of those interviews that you didn't know before. So this is so enlightening. I want to thank you for your time.
Awesome.
And I'm about to let you go. I hate to, girl. I ain't gonna
Thanks
lie.
for having me.
Where you
Now they
where
heard
you
you
been?
say you're gonna have me back, so don't
Three
be
months.
running from me.
90 run from you? Girl, I will run. Girl, I'll run to you like Whitney Houston. I'll be running.
You know, look, that's my girl. You know, I had the whole shirt on the whole time, channeling my Whitney.
No, we got to do a Bobby and Whitney sketch. We got to do it for
Hey,
Bobby and Whitney. Let's do it.
oh,
You ready? You ready?
Trey,
Let's do
are
it.
you
Let's
ready?
do it. Let's do it. Y'all heard it here first. We're gonna do a Bobby and Whitney sketch. Matter of fact, we might have it aired before this show even come out, but I promise you, we're gonna do a Bobby
We
and
got
Whitney
to.
sketch.
Let's put that together.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I had the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Katrina Harris. We got
Yeah.
to know her today, and I'm looking forward to pushing this podcast and follow her, like her, subscribe to her, and y'all see it's good energy. She putting good energy out, and I want to say this: coming from Listen2louis, nothing but good vibes and good energy, and much blessings to you, my sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And oh, y'all also can donate to her. She got her thing right there. You see it.
Yay.
Trina with the
Come
truth.
on.
Shoot. I tell you what,
It's an investment.
everybody watch the show, just shoot her $1. So that way we get 5,000 people, everybody shoot her $1. Let's make her day today. All right. She deserves it.
Come on.
Okay.
Make somebody day. Plant a seed.
All right, y'all. We'll catch
All
y'all
right.
on the next episode of Listen to Lewis. We out.